Welcome to another new episode of the Get Organised with Decluttr Me podcast with myself, Shelina. I hope you're well wherever you are in the world. I'm so happy you're here to join me as part of the decluttering and organising journey for yourself. So whether you're brand new or listening again, I want to say thank you so much for being here. It means so much to me that you listen every week and support this podcast and allow me to talk about all things decluttering and organising. I'd love to help more people with their quest for a clutter-free and organised home. And my podcast is a fantastic way for people to be inspired to take action. So I have a small favour to ask, and I know I ask this every week, but I'm asking you again. If you like what you hear, press the follow, subscribe, or like button on your podcast player. Share this with your friends and family, and share your thoughts by leaving a review on your favourite podcast player. I appreciate every single comment and review, so thank you so much if you've done that already. Today, I wanted to share the habits of organised people like myself. Have you ever wondered how some people manage to keep everything in order, seemingly without any effort? Well, today we're going to explore the top 8 things that organised individuals do every day to maintain their sanity and productivity. As a side note, of course, highly organised people have their off days, including myself. So don't feel deflated if you don't do these things on a daily basis. You have to build the habit and stay patient with yourself. And I always say to everybody who works with me that it takes 30 days to build a habit. So be kind to yourself. And yeah, I have off days. Like seriously, it's not always organised in this house, especially with these cats running around. So let's start with number 1. They plan their day the night before. So one common habit among organised people is planning the night before. This can be as simple as writing a to-do list or setting out your clothes for the next day. By doing this, you can start your day with a clear direction and avoid wasting time deciding what to do next. It's all about setting the stage for a smooth, productive day. Every evening before I go to bed, I get the clothes that I wear the next day and put it to one side of my closet. If the clothes need a steam or iron, I'll do it quickly as I don't want to rush around doing it in the morning. I also check the route to go to my client or a meeting or event on Google Maps the night before. I discovered the other day that doing this was a saving grace for me when my mobile provider decided to stop working at 8:30 in the morning when it was just when I was leaving the hotel I was in Abu Dhabi to go to my client in Abu Dhabi. I don't know Abu Dhabi. And it changes all the time. Even though everyone in Abu Dhabi will tell you it's a grid, it's not. Well, it is, but not on the islands. So thank God I had checked and it was still on the Google Maps. So I could do it offline and use it without pressing start and get to the destination that I needed to get to. So yeah, my accessing and looking at it the night before just saved my life. So I always do that. If you need to create packed lunches, do that the night before and put them in the fridge ready to be picked up for school or for work. And take a few minutes each evening to map out the next day, and because it can dramatically reduce your morning stress and improve your efficiency. Think of it as a head start on your day. When you wake up knowing exactly what needs to be done, you can jump straight into your tasks, save precious time and mental energy. Plus, this habit can help you anticipate and prepare for potential challenges, making it easier to handle unexpected events. Number 2 is they declutter regularly. So decluttering isn't just a one-time event, it's an ongoing process. Organised people make a habit of regularly clearing out unnecessary items from their spaces. This can mean tidying up at the end of each day or setting aside a time each week to go through your drawers and cupboards. Regular decluttering prevents the buildup of mess and makes it easier to find what you need, creating a more serene and efficient living environment. I always suggest to clients to keep a bag for life or a paper bag, those nice like designer ones you get from stores, in your closet or your storeroom. Whenever you find an item such as a piece of clothing that you don't wear anymore, put it in this bag. Once it's full, give the items to donation. This is an easy way to declutter without thinking about it. And also, it covers the buy one, get rid of 2 ethos that I have as well. So you don't have to think about getting rid of 2 because you've already done it by putting the stuff in the bag. Remember, a clutter-free space is not just about aesthetics, it also impacts your mental clarity and your efficiency. So when everything has its place, you spend less time searching for items and more time on productive activities. Additionally, a tidy environment can reduce your stress and create a sense of calm, which is essential for maintaining focus and motivation. Number 3, they keep a tidy workspace. A cluttered workspace can lead to a cluttered mind. Keeping your desk or work area tidy helps to maintain focus and efficiency. Organized people take a few minutes at the end of each day to clear their workspace so they can start fresh the next day. This small habit can significantly impact your productivity and mental clarity. When I used to be a solicitor, and I used to be in in an office, and obviously being a lawyer, everything was confidential, especially my last job when I was head of legal. So I used to clear my desk and put away all the papers that were on my desk, if any, and store them away and file them away. And they would be in piles. So they would be in folders, and I'd mark what was in each folder. So I could take that all out the next day, or whatever folder I needed to take out the next day. But nothing was ever on my desk, not even a pen. Everything was put away. And so that I could go to my desk and see it was clutter-free in the morning and not feel stressed from seeing the clutter on my desk. Also, reduce the amount of knickknacks on your desk. So if you're at your desk a lot of the time, you may want to express your space with bits and pieces, but I've seen this can lead to the table having more knickknacks than space to do the actual work. I've seen mice on top of files or cuddly toys. They don't help your productivity, although having a cuddly toy might be nice. My clutter is my cat, Keanu, who loves to sit on top of the keyboard whilst I'm working in front of the screen. He's decluttered the desk all the time, and as you can see currently, he likes to just jump onto the desk while I'm recording my podcast. So sorry, this is his tale. A tidy workspace eliminates distractions and allows you to focus on your tasks without unnecessary interruptions. It also makes it easier to locate important documents and tools, saving time and reducing your frustration. Number 4 is they use lists and planners. Whether it's a digital app or a traditional paper planner, lists and planners are indispensable tools for staying organized. They help keep track of tasks, appointments, and deadlines. Organized people regularly update their lists and planners, ensuring nothing slips through the cracks. This habit allows them to manage their time efficiently and effectively, effectively? Well, it could be both, and reduces the likelihood of missing important commitments. I use an app called TickTick, and I've always talked about it. I've been using it for years, and that's to write my lists. I write shopping lists, to-do lists for the day or week, holiday lists. You name it, a list will be created on TickTick. I also have a calendar which has all my activities scheduled in, even if it's going shopping. Due to my hectic work and travel schedule, everything has to be put in my diary for myself and my PA to view. If I miss anything, she can let me know immediately. I also have a widget on my phone on the main page to see the calendar entries for the day. So as soon as I go to my front page on my phone, I can see on the top what's happening on that day, which is great. So I don't have to get worried. I don't have to open the app. I can just see it immediately. And then at the end of the day, it says all done for today, which is a great feeling. And then about 10 o'clock at night, it starts telling you what's the next day. So yeah, but it's good in a way. So writing down your tasks and plans can also help to clear your mind and reduce anxiety. By externalizing your thoughts, you can see your commitments more clearly and make better decisions about how to allocate your time. Plus, the act of checking off those completed tasks provides a sense of accomplishment and motivates you to keep going. TickTick allows me to check off, and it really is satisfying. I can't tell you how satisfying it is. Number 5 is they say no when necessary. So organized people understand the power of saying no. They recognize that their time and energy are limited resources and are careful about overcommitting. By saying no to non-essential tasks or activities, they can focus on what truly matters and avoid feeling overwhelmed. This selective approach helps maintain balance and reduces your stress. I get a lot of messages from random people, often demanding my time to have meetings to discuss themselves or to collaborate for free. My time is so limited and I want to spend the time on my business as well as my friends and family. So I have to say no to these people, especially when they're demanding or rude. I have to admit, I admire the balls of these people, especially the ones who have no game plan of what they want to talk to me about, but they just want to network. I belong to a networking chapter, so I understand what they're doing, but it has to have value for both parties or it's a waste of time. Also, I met people in the early days as I was so kind to these requests and often ended up paying for the coffee as well as the time. The highlight was waiting for an hour for a still drunk person who came to the meeting. It was 10 a.m. I luckily had work to do, so sat and did that for the hour. I left after 10 minutes as that person stunk. I learned to say no. So learning to say no is about setting your boundaries and protecting your priorities. It can be challenging, especially if you're used to pleasing others, but it's a time for you to please yourself and to maintain your own well-being and effectiveness. Remember, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So make sure it's worth it. So let's do number 6. They focus on one task at a time. So organized people understand the value of single tasking. Instead of trying to juggle multiple tasks at once, they focus on completing one task before moving on to the next. This approach not only boosts productivity, but also ensures that each task is done with full attention, leading to better quality work and less stress. By concentrating on one thing at a time, they minimize errors and avoid the overwhelm that comes with multitasking. And this habit helps them to stay efficient and maintain a clear, organized mindset throughout the day. So, as I said, I've talked about Tick and I use Tick when doing the tasks and cross off each item so I feel accomplished along the way. But I make sure I do that one task so that I can tick it off. Then I do the next one. And if I have to multitask, it just doesn't work, especially now with perimenopause. So it's better to just do one thing at another. Next is they embrace technology. So technology can be a great ally in staying organized. From calendar apps and reminder tools to project management software, organized people leverage technology to streamline their tasks and keep everything in order. These tools help them to manage their time, track their progress, and stay on top of their commitments with ease. I've already mentioned I use Tick, my calendar, and Google Maps regularly, but I also use WhatsApp and my email in an organized way, which I've talked about in previous episodes, and I'll add it to the show notes for you. Using technology can simplify complex tasks, but if the app is complicated, it will defeat the objective of using these apps. So make sure you're comfortable with what you're using. Next is they take time for themselves. So finally, organized individuals understand the importance of self-care. They make time for activities that they enjoy and that help them relax. Whether it's reading, gardening, exercising, or simply taking a walk, taking time for themselves helps to recharge their batteries, reduce their stress, and prevent burnout, which in turn supports their ability to stay organized and productive. I like to watch movies, so I try to go to the cinema every week to sit quietly without my phone being on. It's always on Do Not Disturb mode. I can only move if I need to pee or the movie is really, really bad. But that's only happened twice in my life. So yeah, and one of the movies actually, I fell asleep. It was that Into the Woods movie. It was so bad, my friend and I just fell asleep. But anyway, I also love meeting friends and have restarted reading books. So I try to sit on my couch reading a few chapters every day. That has been something that I'm really glad I've restarted, as it got me away from having my face in front of my phone or computer or TV in the evening, which was what was happening a lot before. Self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It allows you to unwind and rejuvenate, which is essential for maintaining your physical and mental health. By taking regular breaks and engaging in activities that make you happy, you can return to your tasks with renewed energy and a fresh perspective. So there you have it, the top 8 habits of highly organized people. By incorporating these practices into your daily routine, you too can enhance your productivity and maintain a more organized life. Remember, it's not about being perfect, but about finding what works best for you and sticking with it. I hope you found these tips useful, and if you have any questions or want to share your success stories, feel free to reach out on social media or through the website, or leave a comment wherever you can leave a comment. I love hearing from you and seeing your tips, so it really makes a difference in your life and in my life as well. So thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe to the Get Organised with Decluttr Me podcast, and I will speak to you next week. Take care. Bye.